Hey everybody, it's the Fanfictioner here, bringing you another episode. Let's play Spectrobes Origins. In the last episode, we made it to the Valley of Mist, where we fought our first boss, Giga. What's his name? I just looked it up a few minutes ago and I can't even remember it now. What the hey?
Go.
What the flipping hey? And we also had tons of audio difficulties that I didn't even realize until midway in the recording. And then when I had those fixed, I had it in the wrong ratio. So that episode is hence by called the episode of fallacies, I guess it's going to be called. But anyway, in this episode, we're going to actually go explore the Spectromaster's cave, which actually is responding to the Cosmolink, apparently. Huh, wonder what could be so vital in here that they need doors. Couldn't be a pedestal or anything of importance, could it? Whoa, check it out, Gina. The door opened. It must have been designed to open in response to the Cosmolink. Neat trick if you ask me. And so, let's head on through into the Master's Cave. Obvious name when you think about it, but oh well. So, this is the cave where that Spectromaster lived. Just don't go touching everything, okay? We don't want to ruin anything before we can check it out. And yep, we got another save point here, so why don't we save? And continue playing, yes. Actually, how about we change characters now, since we know where one is now. I'll save once again, now that I'm playing as Gina. And yep. So anyway, one thing that I found hilarious about the programming in this game, there's one thing I haven't shown, is that you can walk slowly just by barely tilting the control stick. When you walk as Gina, it's like you know what you're doing. And yeah, the perverts are probably going to be enjoying this. But oh well, that's not me. Look at this equipment, it's pretty old, but there's a pretty nice selection. It would take someone with specialized knowledge to use stuff like this. Wow, so he was a scientist in addition to being a Spectromaster. I'm impressed. I mean, I barely passed pre-algebra. Rollin', you noob. If you don't, in my opinion at least, if you aren't able to pass pre-algebra, you aren't going to be able to pass calculus. Hey, look at that. I thought for a second she was going to say, hey, I resent that or something like that. Find something, Gina? Yeah, data disk. And we got the lost memo. Huh. This disk format hasn't been used in decades. Wonder what's on it, or if our system can even read it. That won't be a problem. It looks like a simple memo file. A memo? Well, I'm sure it's important if someone went through all the trouble to save it on the disk. Let's see. It looks like some kind of directions to a place we haven't been yet. Yep. And by pressing the 2 button, you can actually look at these things. And these are actually how you find out the secrets in this game. Though you have to be fairly smart on how you use these. Anyway, in the area surrounding Sanctum Ruins, I discovered the fossil of a Spectrobe. It's a powerful fighter with a golden yellow body that matches absolutely perfectly its fire property. That is actually talking about the Zaza pod. You can actually find one of those in around Sanctum Ruins. These actually tell you where specific Spectrobes could be found, or where you can find a ton of minerals. I heard a most peculiar rumor from the blacksmith of Haven Village. He told me that there was something shining in a pond at the excavation site behind the village. Perhaps a Spectrobe of the water property could reveal it if the rumor is true. We could actually go do that, but I'm not actually going to do that for a while because I'm just going to spoil it now. That actually, in the water, is going to be a Zenipod. You can only get it by using a water Spectrobe, and we already have a Zeni, so I don't see much use in getting another one now. Dawn Bridge. I spied a pair of very rare twin Spectrobes on a hill with a view of the waterfall near the Dawn Bridge. They have a nearly unstoppable co-op attack, unlike any Spectrobe I have ever seen. That is Tobasu in its evolved state. The name Sunny Grassland comes from the golden sunlight that pours down onto a massive tree. It is said that through the tree, the power of the sky is channeled into the earth. That is actually what I revealed when I used Zordon to find the orange minerals. Yes, so with that out of the way, prepare for another cutscene concerning this pedestal here.
Whoa, check it out. Weird. This is totally different from the rest of the place.
Yeah, you're right. It's like something from some ancient ruin. My guess is someone discovered this first, then built that lab back there.
If you're right about that, we could be sitting on something pretty crucial here.
Hey, Roland, check this out.
What the? I don't get it.
If you ask me, I'd say we're not the first NPP officers to find this place. But who was it?
But that's impossible. I've never seen anything in any report about a mission here. Doesn't make sense. Whoa, Gina. Look at that over there in the corner. That's a Spectrobe fossil. And it's definitely not a normal one either. Know what I mean? There's just something weird about it.
I'll say, it's glowing.
What was that? I suddenly got this strange vision in my head. You're not the only one, I saw it too. I think the Spectral Master must have used this pedestal thing to evolve Spectrobes. You think we can use it too? No, I don't think it's operational anymore. I'm not getting any energy readings from it. Just our luck. Hold on, Mr. Negative. There's one more option, but I'll have to copy the pedestal's data and take it back to our ship. And with that, we got the pedestal data and the Zen fossil. That's the fossil that was just glowing there. Okay, I think our work's done here. Roland, I found something else interesting on the Spectral Master's data disk. There's data on the other Kaio system planets, as well as data on the Crawl he fought there. So the Crawl didn't just attack Terra in the past, but other planets as well? That's what it says here, but the data is really old. Who knows how reliable it is? What if the other planets are under attack right now? I'm afraid it's possible. The Crawl may have shifted their focus to them after we defeated that Crawl boss. Well then, what are we doing wasting time here? We better go stop them. Right, but first we should go back to the village and let Radice know what's going on. And thus enters the true plot of the proto-plot, as I'm going to call it actually, of Spectrobe's origins. You have to go around to each and every planet in this Kaio system and save them from the Crawl. And anyway, while I'm over here, I'm going to say this now. You are going to want to awaken the Zen fossil right away, because if you don't, you could be forced to evolve one of your two Spectrobes already because of something that you're told to do in just a bit. But I'm going to just cut away after we awaken Zen here to... I'm just going to cut away now after we name this guy the Zen. Yeah, just going to call this guy Zen. Confirm and use this name. But anyway, I'm going to cut here and meet you all back in, what's the name of the place? Haven Village, in front of Radice's house. So, unless I come into any Crawl battles along the way, which I don't think I will, because I'm not going to be excavating or anything, I'll see you guys in just a bit. Okay, so we did find some Crawl along the way. And it's those types that swarm us. Great.
Over there!
Go. Oh, these things are really weak, so I'm not too worried. And actually, that was a fairly quick battle. did not expect it to take that short. I thought I would have to... Oh, wow. So anyway, now I'll see you guys in just a bit. Well, actually, I think I'll actually show you that you can get a Tobasu fossil right over here. Even though we have plenty more of them, you're actually going to actually just search right over here, and you'll actually get a Toba pod right there. You can always find one there. I believe other areas, it's a specific chance that you have to find them. I'm not exactly sure on that, so don't quote me on it. But anyway, let's go over the bridge and head back to Haven Village. We're close enough so I don't think I'll cut. And might as well just excavate this. Oh, great, it's blue mineral. Like, we don't have enough of those. Oh! No!
Okay,
No! The grumpy old troll, he lived! He lived! He was able to live long enough to warn his friends that so he could get revenge against us. And great, it looks like these things are going to try to what's the word I'm looking for? Swarm us. And let's switch over to Spy Pot or Spy Can so we can get some experience. Oh great, we have great, these things. I don't think I ever showed their attack, so you're not gonna, these guys basically just spin around to hit you. Up, we got way more, like that, just like that. You got to see their attack in action there. Bam. And dun-dun-dun.
Over there.
And we can say goodbye to these now. Good job, Spycan. You deserve some minerals off screen. What? Okay, random lag on my end. Don't know about you guys, but yeah. Anyway, another rice ball. So how about I just head back to Haven Village and stop wasting time over here. And there we go. Now that we are back in Haven Village, I actually want to show you one secret that you can find here. Now that you got the first data disk, you'll find some more right around the solar system, but they're going to be fairly hidden. So let's go report back to Radis. Yeah, we probably won't be back on Terra for a while. That is actually an overstatement. You actually will be back fairly soon in my own perspective time. Because literally, one time I've defeated 3 crawl bosses in only one day, and I believe that was 6 hours. Don't quote me, I don't know if that was sure. But now that we have the first one, let's actually talk. Oh man, I thought we could actually talk to this guy now. And yeah, he gives you a data disk, and that's basically just going to give you something about an area way later in the game, as well as it'll tell you about that crash site that I got all those orange minerals in. So let's just keep on going forth. I think I'll just switch to the slow walk since we're so close. Try. Yeah. If I can stop running, I can check this out. Yeah. That's a fine piece there. I'm probably gonna get so many sexist comments about that or something. I don't know. Other planets. Oh, welcome back. Reese, we've decided to go check out the other planets in the Kaio system. Terra might not be the only planet the Crawl have their sights set on. Yes indeed. But such is a big step is one you ought not take lightly. Before you go, you must learn about elemental properties. Each and every Spectrobe is born with one. There are 5 properties in all. They are fire, water, plant, sky, and earth. As you might expect, Spectrobes with a fire property have characteristics reminiscent of fire. Fire is weak versus water, so it follows that the fire property is weak versus the water property. In short, there is always one property that beats another, and each property has a weakness to another. Now this is important for the following reason. Spectrobes aren't the only creatures with properties Each crawl also has one of the 5 properties. Now, at present, the only adult form you have for use in battles are Mayorex, an Earth property Spectrobe, and Spiken, a plant property Spectrobe. If you go to a planet with lots of plant life, such as Doldogo, you will no doubt face many crawl with the plant property. The plant property is strong against the Earth property, putting you at a disadvantage when fighting with Mayorex. Fire is strong against plant. Plant beats Earth. Earth beats Sky. Sorry about that. Sky beats water. That's the only one that I don't get out of all this. Sky beats water. That I don't understand. And has it always been, in every single staple of the series, water beats fire. There are 5 properties in all. Fire, plant, earth, sky, and water. Maybe you should have started out with that tutorial. But anyway, this is actually something new to Spectrobes' origins. In Spectrobes and Spectrobes Beyond the Portal, the first 2 games, the properties were Flash, Aurora, and Corona. Flash, I believe, was water. Aurora was wind, and Corona was fire. The way it worked there was, I believe, Aurora beat Flash, Flash beat Corona, and Corona beat Aurora. Just like that. But other than that, yeah, it's an easy triangle, and it got kind of confusing. This one I have an easier time understanding, so I can understand why they did that, and it's a new star system entirely, so there's that as well. I get it. So you're saying we should get should get Spectrobes with other properties before we start visiting other planets? Precisely. I would advise you to evolve child forms with properties other than Earth and Plant. I especially recommend you bring along a Spectrobe of the Fire property, as it is strong against the Plant property. You hear that, Gina? Evolution. Remember back in the Spectrum Master's cave? Right, we might be able to pull it off now. Let's head back to the ship and try. In that case, you might find this of some use. And we get a free orange mineral out of that. A child Spectrobe needs to be level 5 or higher in order to evolve to its adult form. If your child form is not of a high enough level, feed it that mineral. That should allow it to evolve straight away. Wow, thanks, Radice. Now, come see me once you have an adult Spectrobe with the Fire property. We will. Okay, Ron, let's hurry back to the ship. You're the boss. And we actually get quick traveled over to the ship. So I'm gonna try making some adjustments to our incubator. Yeah, what about evolving some Spectrobes? Weren't you going to use that evolution pedestal data we found in the Spectrum Master's cave? That's right, and I already know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a virtual version of the pedestal inside our incubator. Now, stay out of my way while I work. Gina's so bossy. Voila, it's ready to go, Rollin. You sure? Yep, we can now evolve Spectrobes by using evolve minerals and that pedestal data. Whoa, slow down, Gina. What are evolve minerals? Remember that strange mineral we found after beating that giant crawl? That was an evolve mineral. The vision we saw after touching the glowing fossil in that cave was a clue. So the pedestal data wasn't enough? I don't know how you figure out that stuff, or stuff like that, Gina. It's called using your brain, Rollin. You should try it sometime. Now let's give it a try. And with that, we have the evolve mineral. And we get quick placed into the incubator, or the lab menu. So, let's go to search team. I'm just gonna enter the incubator because all our fire types are actually in incubator 1. Now, this will actually give you a chance to evolve any of the 3 fire Spectrobes that we have here. Now, I'm gonna give you a bit of comparison note here as I do this. If you want to get a power, you are Zaza. Oh wait, 4. We have 4 here. I know. Zaza is a quick and combo attacker, so she deal a lot of damage. I'm gonna call it a she. Komainu here is a staff, a single attacker, and fairly powerful and decently mixed. But I'm not going to evolve this Komainu because stop bringing yourself up. I'm talking here because it's actually the first Spectrobe that you actually ever excavate. Like in the first Spectrobe games, shut up! The first Spectrobe games, that Komainu is what you evolve. Torga here, it's actually fairly mixed, but one thing I am going to do for sure, we have Zen here. I'm going to actually be evolving. Nope. Zen is actually super powerful as in its adult form, but if I had to choose anyone, I'd say Zazzles there is the one I want to evolve. So Zazzles, stop moving. There we go. Just drop it like that and have it eat it. And and we got Zane. As you can see, Zazane's got some pretty good stats on it already. Now, off screen, when I search for minerals, I'll be looking for evolved minerals, and if I find any, I'll let you know. But I'm actually going to switch Spycan over, and Mayrix I'm going to switch out for a bit, mostly because we'll be well, actually, I think it's better to have 3 Spectrobes in our battle team than just 2. I'll just have him in reserve though. So now that we have our Zazzles evolved, I would say I'm gonna cut, but we actually have to go get the Doldogo coordinates from Radis. Alright, we're gonna pack a bigger punch in battle now. More precisely, this gives us more options when fighting. Remember, use your brain. Whatever you say, Gina. Now, how about reporting back to Radis? My thoughts exactly. Back to the village. And with that, we get another quick travel. And if you think this is all this open world, oh, hold on. Radis, we evolved ourselves a brand new adult Spectrobe with the fire property. Well done, but you must keep expanding your Spectrobe arsenal if you wish to survive the incoming battles. You must also ensure you have a good balance of properties. Fire Spectrobes alone will not do. And remember that if you level up a Spectrobe to level 30, you can evolve it to its most powerful form, the evolved form. Understood. We'll keep our eyes out for Spectrobes of other properties. Oh, and now that you are heading for other planets, I highly recommend you seek the help of Camtoga. Camtoga? Who's he? He was once partner to Witero's Spectrum Master. He was basically the Spectrum Master's Gina of this place for that Spectrum Master. I believe he's on the planet Doldogo at present. He would be an excellent addition to your team. These are the coordinates for Doldogo. Simply enter them into your ship's computer. The Spectrum Master's partner? You mean like Gina? Wow, I can't wait to meet him. And now we have the Doldogo coordinates. And this is what I mean by it's not open world. Now, it seems like that because it's a world system, but you have to go to the worlds in a certain order. You can't, like, there aren't, like, multiple worlds that open up at the same time. You can only have one at a time. Oh, we actually have Kotetsu giving us a new weapon again. Hey, Gumark, what's up? I have a message for you. It's from my boss, Kotetsu. He said he had a new weapon for you and wants to see you right away. This must be our lucky day. We'll head over there right away. Oh yeah, one thing I also forgot to mention. If you had kept Valance on Rollin and you switched over to Gina like I have, Gina will actually have the Cosmo Sword on her. Weapons you get will not stay the same whenever you change characters. So you're gonna want to be sure of that. So with that, let's talk to Kotetsu. That was actually weird. My friends, I'm so happy you stopped by. You see, old Kotetsu was just making a brand new weapon for you. Wow, really? You're the greatest, Kotetsu. Yes, well, I appreciate the vote of consonant, but there's just one thing. I've run short of the materials I need. Oh, is there anything we can do to help? Yes, in fact there is. Would you mind fetching me 50 blue minerals? You got it. We'll be back as soon as we can. I mean, how hard can collecting 50 minerals be? I bet we could get 100 or even double that. Oh, if only the game would allow us to... Dismit the minerals! You found exactly what I needed! Excellent, excellent! Let me finish that super special weapon I'm making for you. Here it is, fresh out of the forge. My new special weapon. It is all yours. We got the Cosmo Glove. Basically, it's the Cosmo Sword with extra power, not as much reach, and it knocks back your enemies straight away. It's a super duper special glove. It doesn't have the reach of a sword or lance, but it sure packs a punch. Stay tuned, I'll be making another special weapon for you shortly. And actually, it's not too far away. But, if you... Actually, since we're over here, how about I just end the episode off here? And I'll meet you guys back in the ship, because I need to switch out batteries for my Wiimote. And, I have to edit last episode still, so I'm going to save and edit here. Next time on Let's Play Spectrobes Origins, we are going to be heading out to Doldogo and hopefully search for Camtoga. This has been the Fanfictioner signing out. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.